are back on the road, headed down to Arivaca Lake. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from home, and we are headed southwest today. It's a really hot day. We're in the hundreds finally for the first time in the summer the last week. So it's been a nice mild summer, but today it's definitely warming up. There is the dirt road that we have to take off of I-19 is really beautiful, and it goes by Ruby, Arizona, which has, I would call it a famous ghost town. You can still visit it. You have to get a permit and you have to pay to go, and it's only open Thursday through Sunday. So we won't get to go in there today, but I'm going to try to fly the drone over it at least so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But anyway, let's check out the map and then we'll get started, and I'll see you once we get on the dirt road down there. Quick overview on the map where we're heading today. So right here you can see this says Mount Lemmon. So I live out in this area here. We've been over here quite a bit in the Santa Rita Mountains on some of the other videos I've done. Today we're heading down I-19 towards the Arizona-Mexico border. And initially I had planned to come up kind of back through here, but we ended up going down Arivaca Road, which is this little road right here. And actually a fun, twisty little road, even for the Crosstrek. And anyway, you come out over here near the town of Arivaca, and then once you get over here, you go just on a slight trip. If I remember, it was pretty paved. It was not in perfect shape, but it's a decent road. And come up here, this is Arivaca Lake, and then we're going to head back down. As you see, this here turns into dirt, and then it turns into what's called Ruby Road. And I mentioned earlier Ruby Ghost Town, that's right here. And they have a little Ruby Town lake in there as well. I have no idea what that looks like or if there's actually still water in there. And then from Ruby, we came down through here and then headed back southeast, back towards I-19. And this is Pena Blanca Lake is where we ended up. So just a quick overview. This whole area is really pretty. And I'll zoom back out and you can see. So basically we just did a big loop down here and then I headed back home. All right guys, so we went down Arivaca Road. I decided to come in kind of from the northwest and instead of coming up from the southeast. So we're gonna hit the lake first, and then we're gonna hit I'm going to show you the Ruby Ghost Town as we drive by, and I'll fly the drone over there. But this is just a little lookout. Ruby Road is right over there, so we're not too far from the lake. There's a lot of really cool little old ranches and stuff out here. But just kind of a neat area, really pretty, cool clouds today. Giant bird flying around checking us out. So that was a quick tour of Arivaca Lake. We are now going to head down Ruby Road south east. This dirt road is not very difficult. It's pretty straightforward, nothing really to worry about. And I cannot remember how long it is from here. It's not super far, but there's some really pretty views along the way, so I'll probably stop and give you some shots of that as we go. we are back on Ruby Road, and we are headed southeast now from Arivaca Lake. As mentioned, this is a pretty mellow road, and I'm gonna put the link right up here to the motorcycle trip that I did with my buddies. There's 3 of us total, my KLR and their 2 V-Stroms. It is a cool trip, and I think it's worth checking out. We had torrential rain on that trip. We had really cool tons of butterflies. It was really just a neat kind of all-day trip. We did a very similar loop to what I'm doing today, but it was quite a bit longer. I think we did 100 and some miles that day. So anyway, I'll shut up and I'll let you know when we get back over there, and I'll show you some of this neat footage over here. We're gonna kind of go back into the mountains a little bit, and it's really pretty in here. So I actually did not stop near Ruby. Coming over this way, there was a ton of border patrol over there, and they were all kind of parked around near the entrance there, and I didn't think it was a good idea to like stop and launch my drone. Those guys deal with enough BS around this area that they didn't need some Yahoo flying his drone around when they're doing their stuff. So I stopped at this other little lake over here, Pena Blanca, which is even, I think, a little bit smaller than Arivaca. But we're gonna take a look at this and see what you think. But this whole area is real pretty, just how it kind of sits in here. So I'm gonna turn this off, and once we get down by the lake, I'll show you a little bit better view. So cool little lake. If it wasn't so late, I'd actually get the kayak out over here and do this, since there's no one fishing. I didn't get it out at the other lake because there was Dad and his little boy fishing right by the dock, and the little guy was actually catching fish, but then they would jump off, so I didn't want to disturb those guys. But we'll get the little kayak out too. Maybe we'll go down to Parker Canyon Lake, which is down south. But this is really pretty over here, kind of a nice relaxing spot.